YouTube, Droid Freak here, and welcome to Feed the Freak, where I, the Freak, have been fed a lot of resources by this humongous quarry right here. In the last episode I worked on another powered quarry, the first one of which was in my base, but I moved it out here, gathered a whole bunch more resources with a like 64 by 64 roughly quarry here, which is about the maximum size. And I got a lot of resources, so that's awesome. And in this episode, what I'd like to do is work on an item sorting system, because when you set up a quarry like this, it spits out a lot of items, and it would be nice if they could all get sorted automatically and like packed into the most compact storage form they can be in, so that I won't have to deal with a whole load of, like, crap in chests, basically. Yep. So that's the idea of my sorting system. I actually started on it a little while ago, but then I realized that when I was recording I didn't, like, my voice audio wasn't being saved for some reason, because I had it set up wrong. So, by the way, this setup over here is the stuff that I got from my quarry. This is right, this is my Tesseract sending system. This chest right here sends to that item sorter over there for testing purposes, which currently sorts redstone and cobblestone, though I was having issues with this cobblestone sorting system, because it would get like a full stack of cobblestone at a time, and there'd be one left over that would just pop out of there. And it's becoming an issue. Basically, the idea of this is that I send a full stack through the pipe at a time, and it comes to this packager system, and it gets automatically packaged into like triple compressed cobblestone, I do believe. Is that what this is? Yeah, triple compressed cobblestone. So it takes up much less space. But unfortunately the issue was, when a 64 stack came through this pipe and hit this cobblestone here, it ran into the issue that it could only fit 63 more cobblestone, so it basically ended up having like one cobblestone block pop out. It wasn't always one, I don't think. Or was it? It would be always one, actually. But yeah, it would have one cobblestone block pop out all the time, which is sort of an issue. And I'd like to address that somehow. I could use like a hopper above this thing, but the hopper would be significantly slower than the pipe sending full stacks. What I could do is maybe adjust it so that it only sends it doesn't send a full stack at a time. That would be somewhat difficult, because that would require me to use a bunch of inefficient engines. I think I'll try it. I'll see how fast it pumps if I set up like 3 redstone engines there instead of one of these magmatic engines. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, made 4 redstone engines and hooked them up right here. Kinda want them to warm up before I test it, but go for it. Throw in a bunch of cobble. So the cobble should start coming out in stacks? Are they like stacks of 4? I did not expect it to come out in stacks. By the way, I have a diamond pipe down there to do the sorting. That's how the cobblestone knows to go upwards. But apparently the cobble is still coming out in stacks. But I think that it's coming out in smaller stacks, which is interesting. Let me see what happens here. Oh, it's in stacks of 2. Okay. Well, that works, I think. I could just hook up a ton of redstone engines to it to make it go at least as fast as the quarry pumps, but to make sure that it doesn't, you know, spit out more than a stack at a time. Or actually, if I use a quarry, then I could hook up a magmatic engine to it, because it would never get a full stack of cobblestone between pumps of the magmatic engine. I'm pretty sure the magmatic engine would be able to keep up with the quarry plenty fine. It wouldn't end up with any full stacks of cobble. So there we have it. Here's our cobblestone compressing system. Same thing for redstone. As long as I don't send in a full stack, I shouldn't have little bits of redstone dust flying out, so I'll make sure to use a method of sending that only sends less than a stack at a time. Now, over here I was just starting on a pulverizer and smelter system. So on this side of the diamond pipe I'll put ores that can be pulverized and smelted on the green side. Maybe I'll have to do it on the bottom too, because I might have more than can fit in one row of a diamond pipe. We'll see. Anyways, anything that can be both pulverized and smelted will be sent over here to the pulverizer, where I'll have to... I think I have to use a hopper to send the input in. I think I tested it with the straight pipe and it didn't work. I think this will have to be the method of putting things into the pulverizer. And then we have to power the pulverizer with Buildcraft power, but I think I'll handle that after I get the layout first. After we get the pulverizer, we don't need another packager right now. We need a powered furnace. I think that's what they're called. I have one somewhere. That's a quarry and a generator. There we go. It's one of these, right? Induction smelter. No? These are all fancy things. None of those is a powered furnace. Where is my powered furnace? Didn't I have one over here to smelt things? Or no, I never made one. That's right. I will make one, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to craft a powered furnace. Pretty basic stuff. It's just the standard thermal expansion, like machine frame right here, and redstone reception coil, which is gold and redstone. Just diagonally like that, one of those coil things, and this stuff. So it requires brick. It's copper, brick, full inventory, redstone. So redstone, copper, brick, machine frame, redstone reception coil, and that's how you make a powered furnace. And I'll put up that gunpowder. Okay. So I got a powered furnace. We can put that directly next to it, I do believe. If we set the left side of the furnace to input, that's right, and the right side of the pulverizer to orange, so it will output both sides there. Set the bottom to orange too. We could make multiple powered furnaces and have them on all sides of this. That might be a good idea, because that way it will split the load. Because I think that I did this before in my previous Feed the Freak, which never really got off the ground. I made something similar to this, and I think the furnace was the limiting factor. But for now, we'll just go with it, I think, and see how this works. Okay, I added another magmatic engine over there, and they're now basically up to full power. It looks like the pulverizer is definitely going too fast for the powered furnace. The powered furnace is quite a ways behind, which is what I thought from last time. So I can craft another powered furnace or two and put them like above or below the pulverizer to increase the speed of this system. And I think I'll do that now. Okay guys, I built another powered furnace, threw it on there. So I'm going to test how well Printline got extra iron ingots from that too. Interesting, I did not know that that could happen. I thought it only gave me extra ferrous ingots. Maybe I had some in my inventory and that those somehow got added at some point. Anyways, I'm gonna throw a stack of gold ore in here and see how well the powered furnaces keep up with the pulverizer this time. See if they make it back up or something, or if they can handle it. We will see. Yeah, I think the furnaces are more than keeping up with the pulverizer. So that's good. We should have a nice efficient system. Then if we have these two furnaces and this one pulverizer. I could also make both of the pulverizers I'd put to this pipe and then send that pipe to another sorting system to sort my ores into barrels. Okay guys, got a sorting system set up, and I didn't even have to use diamond pipes. I figured out that if I have barrels here, and I just have the items pass over the barrels, then like every time they go around, half of the ones that can go in the barrel will go in, because it has like a 50% chance of continuing on or going down. So if I just make them loop around again and again and again, eventually all of the ingots will sort themselves. Now there will be a significant number of ingots floating around the system at any given time, as long as it's running full tilt, but eventually they will all sort themselves into their respective barrels. I don't believe that this will build up enough items to explode pipes, because I think that you have to have a really large amount of items for that to happen. I think this will just keep on cycling around, and the number of things in it will reach an equilibrium point at some point, where there are just as many ingots heading out as there are coming in, and once the system is finished, then all the ingots will work their way out, basically. So this is a nice sorting system which does not require diamonds. Okay guys, I'm back. There's something that I realize that I'll probably need for the rest of this sorting system, and that is larger barrels, because I currently have like 4 barrels full of dirt, and I think that I'll need like upgraded barrels to effectively store all my dirt in like a single barrel, basically. So to do that, I need to make this thing, the barrel upgrade, which requires dark iron ingots. You make dark iron ingots from blocks of dark iron, which you can only craft from dark iron ingots. So to get dark iron, what you have to do is you have to take, oops, I should recharge my jetpack anyways. Take this wrath igniter, which is a factorization thing, and you... what was I going to do? I was going to throw my jetpack in there, that's right. take this wrath igniter and you light some blocks of iron when wrath, basically, to make a dark iron. And from what I've seen, this wrath stuff gets pretty crazy, so I'm gonna do it far away from my base. Probably like in the middle of my quarry or something, where there's like nothing for it to harm. Because, like I mentioned, this wrath stuff looks pretty crazy. So I'm going to head over to my quarry and see what happens when I light this iron on wrath. Okay guys, here I am in my quarry. Now I don't know what the wrath does to water, if anything. I honestly would not be surprised if it turned the water to lava. So basically I'm going to light this thing and fly out of here on my jetpack right away. I think I'm just going to do 9 iron blocks for now because I don't need that much dark iron. And there we go. Stuff is happening. Oh yeah, it's happening. Is it only burning the iron? I think it might be. There we go. Dark iron. Dark iron blocks. Wait for the wrath fire to go out. Turn itself into regular fire. I think it's safe. Okay. So that worked out quite nicely. Got myself some dark iron. And now I can use that to craft barrel upgrades. Now, what else do I need for barrel upgrades? I think I might need blaze rods or something. At least I do in the barrels mod. I need blaze rods and ender pearls. I'm not sure what factorization requires for that. Barrel upgrade, blaze rods, ender pearls, leather, and barrel. You need a barrel to upgrade a barrel. So you put a barrel in your barrel. Oh, it's these things. Love these things. These flowers that you find around. Really? You find these flowers around and they give you blaze powder. So that's cool. I don't think there's any way to farm them. They just grow blaze powder. But there is also another fortress pretty close to my portal. So I think I'll go in there to grab some blaze rods, fight around to get some endermen, and then we should be able to craft the extra dimensional storage. So I'll be right back to you when I've done that. Maybe I'll time-lapse it? Yeah, we'll see. Well guys, I collected some blaze rods and 1 ender pearl. And a bunch of loot bags, actually, that I put in there. I have too much stuff. I have to get this sorting system worked out and get myself a nice, organized set of barrels so that I can have... I need to basically just organize all my stuff into some sort of system so that I won't have just stuff everywhere. Anyways, yep, I got enough for 1 extra dimensional storage, at least, actually 5 ender pearls. Cool. So I have enough to make 5 upgraded barrels, and that should be plenty for me to store lots of stuff. Okay guys, I made a few changes. I added a little bit of redstone onto here and set this thing to be redstone controlled so that if this chest runs out of items, which is not going to happen soon by the way, it's going to turn off this machine, basically. It'll stop providing lava to these engines if that chest empties. So that will make it not waste power, basically. So that's cool. Got loads and loads of ingots in here. I actually had to add a few more categories. I had to add tin and shiny ingots here because those were ones that I missed earlier. So, yep, basically added more stuff here. Now I have 8 ingot types in this row. I think the next thing that I like to do is deal with the things that can be smelted but not pulverized. Namely cinnabar and aluminum. I think cinnabar can only be smelted but not pulverized. Let me look it up. Cinnabar. What is this used for? You smelt it to quicksilver, that's right. You smelt it to quicksilver, which is mercury, isn't it? Yeah. So basically you smelt cinnabar and what's the other one? Aluminum, but you can't pulverize them. Well guys, I wanted you to see this. Since the last segment, I accidentally walked away from my computer while it was running once and died, so yeah, I did look around for my items once and they're gone. So I lost all the fancy stuff that I had. Granted, it looks like my machines are fine. I died right here. I'm standing right here, apparently. I think a creeper went off over there? Oh. Creeper might have taken out some of my stuff. Well, I think the metal's finished smelting before that. But all 8 of my ingot barrels are fine. Anyways, I have to get some more stuff and rebuild my machine over here. I actually did make a change here, so now it reads, the comparator reads from the hopper instead of from the chest. Because when the chest gets empty, there's still some items in the hopper. Well, got some rebuilding to do. I will get back to you once I've done that, and I'm ready to continue working on this thing. Alright guys, I think I know what I'm doing. I'm going to actually, well, I already reworked this so that the engines are what is disabled, not the Tesseract, so that I can use the Tesseract for other things. I think I'm going to set up 2 powered furnaces over here to do the smelting of all those items that can be smelted but not pulverized. So I'm going to use, I discovered that you don't actually have to make that loop like I did before. You can actually just make an iron pipe pointing back, and when the items reach the iron pipe, they'll simply turn around in place. So I reworked this one to be a little simpler, and now I think I will use the same trick over here. Stone transport pipes. Set that up so that it heads in the direction of that, and then I'll put a few barrels here. I'm not sure how many barrels that I want to put there. For now, I think that I only have about 3 things that I'd like to put there in particular. Some iron to craft barrels. I thought I had some barrels lying around. Oh, they were probably in my inventory when I died, so they got lost with all the other stuff that I had in my inventory. I got some stuff back, recrafted my backpack. Oh, that's right, that's the barrels mod. And this is factorization. So, barrels are different. They don't cost iron at all. And I lost my decapitating axe. I mean, it isn't technically decapitating, it's the Tinker's Workshop axe that I had, and now I do not have it anymore, so it's sort of a shame. So 3 barrels here. That would be for quicksilver, what's the other one? Aluminum and charcoal, I think. Those are the only things I can think of right now that I want to smelt, but not... Well, I suppose there'd be meats and stuff too. I'll leave room for expansion. I'll actually put down the other barrels, but set it up so that this flows that way. I'll store down some more barrels that are not currently being used, and I can hook them up later if I so desire. So this powered furnaces, powered furnace, go like so. And then I want a similar bouncing back and forth dealio up here with the iron pipes configured to bounce it right back and forth like so. Then I can make, say, the top side of this diamond pipe there. That doesn't line up very well. And I think that I might want to put this diamond pipe further over anyways, so it better links to other things. Put it right here. Diamond pipe right there. So now the top side of the diamond pipe heads straight into that. Then you should make it this side of the diamond pipe. I think I like using top side more. Well, I'll use this side. Why not? I could just use an iron pipe to compact things down a little bit and make it head up. That's what I did over here. Just use iron pipes to ensure that things go the direction that you want them to. Okay guys, I think that these are the only processing steps that I have to do while I have while the items are initially coming into my base. I can process things in different ways later, but I think this will be good for now in terms of processing that always happens immediately upon entering my base, basically. For the rest of this stuff, I think I just want to set up a sorting system.